I work late. That's how this all started. The job was never supposed to be permanent, just something to get me through a rough patch after grad school. I do late data entry for a third-party logistics company. I finish around 10:30 most nights. There's a convenience store across the street where I grab a drink or snack before I catch the 10:50 p.m. Route 88 bus home. It's not the safest part of town, but it's not the worst either. Mostly tired workers, silent streetlights, and the occasional flicker of neon from 24-hour laundromats. For the past year, I've had the same routine: store, bus, headphones, home. No deviations. No incidents. Until I started noticing him. At first, it was subtle. Just a presence. A man sitting at the very back of the bus. Same seat every time, middle of the back row, right beneath the rear windshield. He never got on when I did. He was just there. Already sitting. Silent. Still. I thought nothing of it. People are creatures of habit, right? Maybe he lived near the route's origin. Maybe he was like me, stuck in a routine. I only really began to notice him about a month ago. Something about him felt wrong. He never moved. Not a single muscle. Never adjusted his posture. Never looked out the window. Just sat, hands on his knees, head facing forward, eyes seemingly open. I couldn't be sure. His face was often shadowed, but it felt like he was always watching, even if not directly. The first time I really acknowledged him, it was raining. I was cold and tired and the bus was emptier than usual. I sat halfway back, directly in front of him. I didn't mean to. I usually sat closer to the front, but the windows were fogged and the warmth lured me deeper into the vehicle. That's when I felt it. That pull. Like gravity, but not physical. An emotional weight, pressing on my back, right between the shoulder blades. A tightness in my neck, a buzzing in my ears. I adjusted my hoodie, glanced over my shoulder, and there he was. Still. Watching. I quickly turned back. I couldn't describe his face, even now. It's like my mind rejected it. Like some part of me knew not to retain the details. But I remember the feeling: nausea. Pressure. Like being underwater. That night, I had nightmares. I dreamed of the bus driving endlessly through fog, the city replaced with a shifting blackness outside the windows. I was the only passenger. Except for him. At the back. Closer every time I turned. Until he was right behind me. Until I woke up gasping. From then on, I tried to avoid sitting anywhere near the back. But even when I sat in the front, I could feel him. I told myself it was in my head. I even tried switching seats midway through a ride, moving up, down, then up again. But no matter where I sat, the weight followed. Then something changed. One night, I got on late. I was running behind after covering a coworker's shift. The bus was unusually empty, even for that time. Just me and the driver. I scanned the rows instinctively. No one at the back. Relief flooded me. I picked a seat near the middle and settled in, opening a podcast. I even started to relax. Until the driver spoke. "You see him too, don't you?" she said. I froze. Took out an earbud. "Sorry." She didn't look at me. Her eyes stayed on the road. The man at the back. Black coat. Doesn't blink. I stared at her reflection in the rearview mirror. Her face was pale. Tight. Yeah, I admitted. I thought maybe I was imagining. "You weren't," she said. Silence stretched between us. The hum of the engine. The hiss of the brakes at each stop. "I asked my supervisor about him once," she continued. "He told me Route 88 doesn't go all the way back anymore. After what happened last year. What happened? She didn't answer. I checked behind me again. Still empty. But it didn't feel empty. That night, I stayed awake. Dug through old news articles. Looked up Route 88. Nothing major. A few robberies. One stabbing years ago. But then I found a thread on an old city forum. Just 3 posts. Posted by MJ, Transit Op 88. Anyone else see the guy in the back? Always same seat. Never moves. I quit. He followed me into my dreams. Reply by eyes open. Don't sit within 3 rows. If he turns his head, you're already marked. Final post by 88 back seat. Too late. He smiled at me. That post was dated 2 years ago. No further replies. I began changing my route. Walking extra blocks to catch different buses. Left work early. But one Friday, after staying late to finish a quarterly report, I had no choice. Only one bus left running, Route 88. It pulled up. The door side open. Empty. I hesitated. And got on. Driver was different. Young guy. Looked half asleep. I said nothing. He said nothing. I made my way toward the front, but all the seats were wet, as if recently cleaned. Except for one. 4th row from the back. Reluctantly, I sat. As soon as I did, the engine growled louder. The lights flickered. The air grew heavier, warmer. Then the doors hissed shut. We pulled away from the curb. And I felt it. The presence. I turned, slowly. He was there. Back row. Center seat. Hands on knees. Face partially lit by a flickering overhead. Eyes open. I looked away. Fumbled with my phone. No signal. That's when I noticed something strange. The windows. No city outside. No buildings. Just black. Like we were driving through a tunnel with no lights. The driver didn't seem to notice. Or care. The bus turned. But there were no streets. I stood up. Started walking to the front. The driver wasn't there. Just the wheel. Moving on its own. I turned back. He was gone. I spun around, heart hammering. Then I saw him, in the reflection. He was behind me. Closer now. His mouth opened slowly. No tongue. Just darkness. I tried to scream, but my voice cracked. I stumbled backward. Fell onto a seat. Everything went black. When I woke up, I was at my stop. Morning sun. The bus was gone. I walked home, shaking. Quit my job the next day. Moved across the city. Deleted every thread. Blocked the route from my maps. Tried to pretend none of it happened. It worked. For a while. Until last night. I was walking home from a movie. My street was quiet. Dim, but at the end of the block, I saw it. A bus. Lights off. Engine silent. Parked diagonally across the road. I stopped. The door opened with a hiss. No driver. I ran. The next morning, I found a transfer slip in my coat pocket. Route 88. One ride remaining. I didn't put it there. Now I hear things at night. The hum of a bus engine when there's none nearby. Footsteps on stairs that don't creak during the day. My hallway flickers like fluorescent bulbs. And last night. A text. From an unknown number. Just 3 words. Last stop coming. I blocked it. Smashed the phone. Bought a new one. This morning, there was a voicemail. No voice. Just the ambient sound of a bus. Doors opening. Footsteps approaching. Breathing. Then a whisper. Your seat's ready. I don't know what he is. I don't know where the bus goes when it turns off the streets. But I know this. He chooses people. People who notice him. People who sit too close. If you ever find yourself on a nearly empty bus late at night, don't look at the back row. If you do, don't look twice. And if you see him smile, it's already too late. If you've ever experienced something similar, feel free to share it in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you won't miss the next chilling story.